What's up, guys? You know who it is. I am out in the shop today working a little bit on the tractor. This is the Cub Cadet, International Harvester Cub Cadet, back when they were real tractors, and picked this one up at a junkyard for $29. That was with the tractor and the plow and the mule gear and all that kind of stuff. And so I've been over the course of the last few weeks or whatever, I've been working on rebuilding this just for home use, playing around on the farm, kids riding on it. So it doesn't have to be perfect. So you'll see a little bit of a blemish here and there, but operationally it runs great. I do need to get some fuel today, tried to run it, could not do that. But I have a couple of little places I need to do some touch up. You can see there, need to do some touch up on the engine in terms of painting and all of that. Probably need a new carb as well. But I picked up a set of tires today from a junkyard. You may have seen on my Instagram post where I showed how they look prior to cleaning them up, and this is how they look afterwards. I wanted that wider front stance as opposed to these skinnier ones that you see right here. So went out and got those. I think those are probably, I don't know, 5-6 inches wide, as opposed to the 4 inch wide ones I got right there. So it gives it a little bit better stance in my mind. Sounds like the rain is coming, which sucks because I want to ride my motorcycle today. That ain't happening right now. But so yeah, put those new wheels on there, new tires. A little bit, like I said, a little bit wider stance on it. The rears, I'm contemplating what I'm gonna do about the rears because obviously they don't match. So I don't know if I'm gonna go, probably won't be a smooth tread like that. That's fine for the front. But for gripping power, you need to have a little bit of tread in the back. It's not a pulling tractor, but it will be pulling my trailer and my lawn roller, things of that nature. So got to get some decals for it because the decals are worn out, and I'm just gonna get a new set, scrape those off and put some new ones on. But other than that, it runs pretty good. Picked up some hardware as well because the hardware I had on it was not correct. So I got all of that. That's a little bit of a look at the engine. Got a new voltmeter. Not that mine was bad, but that's clean or newer. And it does have the IH logo on there, which I know all the IH enthusiasts want to see that. They also like to see the IH hardware as opposed to current day hardware. Put in the rear reflectors. It did not have them on there. I put those in, not the correct hardware for the bolts, but it'll work for now. Tractor runs really good. Also grabbed the Cub Cadet seat. I did not have that, so I went with a more updated version. The older seats are not as comfortable as the newer ones, so I grabbed one of those. And you can see here, it does have some damage, but I have a little fix for that I'm gonna do on another video. But I didn't have a seat up until today, so we didn't really do anything with it. Got the little steering wheel knob on there as well. Picked up a set of headlights. These are 4-inch diameter headlights. They're off of a more modern IH Cub, or regular Cub, not really an IH. I think they switched over to MTDs now, but I'm gonna end up installing that in there. This tractor did not come with lighting, but it will have that. Also, you can tell that muffler there gets pretty hot, and so that's the original muffler, and I can tell there where it's warped that grill shell. So we're gonna end up we have a new grill. We're gonna end up swapping them out and putting a different one on, and that should take care of that. And I can mount it better because if you see in the front, I've got 2 little metal tabs there just kind of holding that grill shell in. I need to go ahead and do that right. But I'm glad to get the wheels because that wheel there was going flat every couple days. These seem to be holding air pretty good. We'll check it over the course of a couple days. But looks like that one was good. And it had air at the junkyard too. So I picked these up from the junkyard, got the wheels, got the seat, and some hardware for 40 bucks, which I feel like is a pretty decent deal. Hopefully those tires do hold the air, because I would hate to have to, get something different or whatever. I guess I could put a tube in there if they don't hold air, but I think those are tubeless. Not 100% certain of that. But yeah, this is kind of like what I do as a hobby, just kind of build these tractors. If you know anything about lawn tractors, these older ones are much better built. This one here is a nice solid, real thick frame as opposed to the junk that you buy from your big box stores. Talking with some of the old timers today, one guy told me that like the Craftsman, not Craftsman, but the John Deeres you buy at like Lowe's or Home Depot, you can't even get parts from the John Deere dealership for those tractors because those are like they're mass production ones and they're meant for to be competitors to like Toro and some of those low budget mowers. So I have all the older stuff, which I'm happy to have because I have like a 316, I have a 320, so they're a little bit newer and they're more well built. And I'm starting to get more into these IH Cubs now that I know how to rebuild them. It's got a Kohler, I think K241, which is like a 12 horsepower engine, more than enough power for this little tractor here. But I've got a plow for it, so I got a plow for my little boy's tractor as well. He's got this little John Deere 160. I'm gonna have to modify the plow for him, put a longer shaft on it, but he'll be able to do a little bit of plowing with me this winter, which would be kind of cool. He doesn't know that yet, but that's what we're gonna do. But yeah, it's pretty. I redid a little bit of a repaint, got taken care of all the rust and stuff like that. Wasn't too bad, but I got that done. All the original stickers and decals are still on the tractor. And like I said, I just updated where I needed to do that at. But the engine runs really strong. We've already played around with it a couple times. Put a new generator on it, which you guys may have seen that on another video. But that runs really well. Picked up another amp meter. This one here, I was gonna put this guy on there, but you can see it doesn't have the IH logo, so I ended up not putting it on there. It says Stuart Warner. I think that's a pretty good brand. It is a USA made brand or part, so that's good. But yeah, I just kind of tool around in the shop, nothing too major going on. Got to go in there and take a shower here because I'm pretty filthy at the moment. I did a test on the bulbs. I just hooked those up to like my DeWalt battery, did a quick little check, and they do in fact work, and these are made in the USA bulbs, which is kind of cool as well. All I gotta do now is get a hole saw, 4-inch diameter hole saw, maybe 4 1/8 or something like that, so that it's a little bit bigger. And then I gotta cut that nose clip in order to make them fit. We have another Cub Cadet, which is a 106, and we're gonna be building that one on the channel as well. So if you are into tractors, you can see that process go down. There is the frame for it right there. Got it sitting out. I was doing some work on it the other day. Got to bring it back into the shop. What can I tell you? Tool wise, what did I use today? Still working on these Capri tool sockets. I know a lot of you guys have said that you've went out and purchased some Capri tools. I don't know if that's necessarily because I've been talking about them a lot, but if in fact it is, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I don't get any monetary compensation or anything like that, but it does help because if Capri comes out with something and they want to send it to some of their ambassadors or reviewers, then I'll get a shot at it because I'm helping promote their product. So yeah. In terms of ratchets and stuff like that today, I've been using this Aries ratchet a lot. Just more or less, not because I needed it for any specific application, but because it's newer and I wanted to give it a shot. It works pretty good. I don't have any issues with it. Obviously, snap-on works great. Never have an issue out of a snap-on ratchet. In terms of wrenches, not really been using a whole lot of wrenches lately. Just some of the stuff that I've been doing. I work a lot out of this cart here, which means my big box doesn't get used very much. This has all the wrenches that I could possibly need from metric to SAE. If I get into bigger stuff, then I can come over here to my larger box and I can grab something out of this drawer here or whatever, and then I got what I need. And I've got the SAEs down here, and then obviously a bunch of different pliers and stuff like that. But other than that, guys, pretty good. I tell you, one tool that works really well. I don't know how it stacks up. I think Clay Kuhn or somebody did like this comparison of this guy on the CT761. But this thing is a remarkable tool. Kobalt did a really good job with this impact gun. This probably, besides my other CT761, I take that with me the majority of the times, and if I'm pulling parts or whatever, it has never let me down in terms of power. So battery life is really good on it, and I've had that for a few years now, and I've not had any problems. So I would strongly recommend, if you're looking for a budget-friendly impact gun, I would certainly go with the Kobalt. They work out really well. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Just want to give you guys an update on what I'm working on in the shop. I would let you guys hear that one run, but like I said, I got to get some gas, and I don't have anything in my tank right now on my gas can, so I got to go pick something up. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. What else can I say? Yeah, Super Clean sponsor the cleaning of the wheels. So I used the Super Clean, and they came out really nicely. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hope you guys are having a good Saturday, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace.